Hey everyone, this is Lisa and Nancy, and today we are sitting out in the back patio of the beautiful, grand, and historic, and super comfortable Leonard-at-Logan, or is it at-Logan House, a bed and breakfast in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And who knew we were coming here, Nancy?
Not me.
But we made it here. We made it to Michigan, and this is such a beautiful, beautiful bed and breakfast, but historic. In fact, it even has refrigerator history.
Yes.
Who knew that would happen, too?
Yep.
Well, we're sitting with Ken and Ruth. Ken and Ruth are innkeepers here and also partial owners. How many owners are part of this?
There's 4.
4. Okay. So then at the same time, you've got, what, 8 rooms?
Yes, we have 8 rooms that we rent out.
Okay.
And they all have their own private bathroom, which is an important point.
Yes.
Everybody asks about that.
Yes. And
We like that part a lot.
Yes. Well, the rooms are quite, when I say grand, I mean it. Like, don't you feel like quite
They're so
royal?
big. They're very big. And they're beautiful and well kept and
Comfortable, and you don't want to get out of bed.
That's true.
You just want to stay in there. No,
That's good.
I mean, it was like you go to sleep and you're like, oh, this is really comfortable, and you feel really well treated and really well fed. Ruth, where do all these cooking skills come from? Because you are like master chef, baker, like.
Experience. I've been cooking since I've been 12.
Okay.
I grew up in a big family. I was one of 6. And some of it was thrown at me, but then I really liked it. So I've always been experimenting and trying and doing stuff. And now I get to do it a lot more.
Oh, and we get to eat it.
Yes.
Like, Ken, how's this? Like, you know, being married to chef extraordinaire here.
Yeah, well, it has an effect on your body.
I know. We thought, well, no. See, this is funny because we went walking downtown today. We walked all over the place, and why were we hungry when we came back? And I thought we'd walk it all off, but I don't know. It's lingering.
It is. It says, I like it here. I'm just going to hang out.
Well, we want to take care of our guests really well.
Yes.
Well, everybody that was here this morning, and everyone's socially distanced at the breakfast. There's eating places from outside here in the patio, which is full of flowers and
so
butterflies
beautiful.
and squirrels going on the neighbor's roof.
Yes.
Not here, but like we didn't, squirrels,
Yes.
birds.
We have conversations with those squirrels often.
Yes.
They go after the bird feeder.
They do.
They try.
They try, and they go after my bulbs, and they try to dig things up, and we get angry with
Do you
them.
give them little names?
Yes.
I thought so. But everybody at breakfast was just literally, no one was going to miss breakfast. That's not happening here. That is, that was, everybody was happy. And we also made some breakfast videos with you, I know, so everyone, you can watch for that, all socially distanced. And here's the deal with us traveling, Nancy, we've been doing a lot of bed and breakfast, but social distancing is working in B&Bs.
I think, they're already almost totally set up for it anyway, because you have your groupings of tables that are far enough apart
Right.
because people want privacy. So I think most of the B&Bs were already pretty much already there with what they needed to do.
And this house is pretty big, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
really
huge.
easy to social distance.
Yeah.
Even if you have 6 people at the dining room table, they can all be quite far apart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now we're in Heritage Hill, right?
Yes.
Heritage Hill is one of the most historic neighborhoods in this region, if not the country, right?
Correct. In the 60s, during the urban renewal push across the country, a group of people that lived in this area organized themselves to stop it from the city, because the city was going to just demolish all these old homes for new buildings.
Like that.
But they organized themselves, and it was actually with the help of Congressman at that time, Gerald Ford, who later
Really?
became president, who helped get the National Historic Registry designation for a neighborhood. We were one of the first in the country to be able to do that. So now this Heritage Hill district in downtown Grand Rapids is a National Historic District.
Wow.
And that's helped stop that push.
I like that.
And his childhood home is just a few blocks
A
away.
few blocks, right?
So we can walk over there?
Yes.
Oh,
Cool.
good.
We're gonna have to do that.
We went to the museum today. I know a lot of things right now because of COVID. Some of the interior things are closed, but One of the things we saw, the museum outside, but also there's a lot of public art to see when you talk about First Things. I know, like, this is 1,300 like homes of all, like, Victorian to Greek Revival.
Craftsman, Victorian.
What is this style?
This
for yours?
style is Edwardian.
It's like right after the Victorian, with all the foo-foo and all of that. It's more clean lines, nice
Yes.
structure.
We had an architect as a guest just a month or two ago, and he was explaining, because I asked him,
Yeah.
and he said, well, whoever the monarch was, when whatever styles were being used, got the name. So King Edward happened to be the king, so
Right
it became
after
the
Victoria.
Edwardian style.
Oh, now does
was
it
ever
really
popular
doesn't
at that
have
time.
anything to do with him or how he looks.
It's just what was popular
Just,
while
yeah.
he was
Then-
He
the
was
monarch.
king.
So what is that? How you got the names of your rooms? You got princesses
No,
and ladies.
Princess Cecile was named after the first person who stayed at the house.
Okay.
Her name was Cecile, and then they just called it Princess Cecile. So she lives in Europe now, and so she often teases everybody. She's like, well, in the States, I'm a princess.
How about that?
And Nancy's in the lady room. The
Yes, I
lady.
am.
Lady
Lady
Anne, and
Lady
that was
Anne.
named after our partner.
Okay.
Anne. So that was designated for her, and the Grand Duke is after, that was like the original master bedroom.
Okay.
And
Named
so-
after John Wayne.
No,
No.
that's a good one.
But the rooms, I mean, are really. I mean, it's just so spacious, and you can sit and work. You can look out the window of the neighborhood, and it's just so comfortable, but
Yeah.
spacious, and you don't feel cluttered. You know what I mean? And a lot of times you think historic home that you're gonna, you know.
Yeah, all told, this Leonard-at-Logan-House is 9,000 square feet with 10 bedrooms and 13 baths.
Wow.
So that would include our living space.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of room.
You get to be
To
the people
spread
under
out.
the stairs.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we are.
Crazy ones.
But next door to you, you have this. This is a Frank Lloyd Wright house, right?
Well, that's an interesting story.
Almost a Frank Lloyd.
It's an almost.
Okay.
The actual Frank Lloyd Wright home that was built 1908,
I think
if I
so.
can remember right, is just a block away, and it was built for a local Grand Rapids retailer, the Meyer May, and his wife was the daughter of the people that lived next door. So
Wanted to
their
live
daughter
next door.
was having Frank Lloyd Wright build their home. Well, they wanted Frank Lloyd Wright to build their home. But in 1911, when that home was built, Frank Lloyd Wright was in Europe. So his associate, Marion Mahoney,
Because he ran off.
Come on, tell
the story.
Come on, tell the gossip. We want the
Hon,
juicy.
come on.
Come on, tell the juicy. He ran off with.
a lover.
See?
Yes.
We want the juice. And we
I don't need to build this house. I'm going to run off and do what I want to do.
Okay, so back to the story.
No. So well, quite frankly, So hey, Frank Lloyd Wright. Now, whenever I hear his name, I think of that
Now
Simon
we're
and Garfunkel song. Yes.
Wow.
Which
Anyway.
one is that?
Frank Lloyd Wright. All of the nights we'd harmonize till dawn.
Yeah.
I never laughed so long. Architects may come and architects may go and never change their point of view.
Well, except before he went from America to Europe.
So anyway,
I didn't sing. I was very good. I didn't want to kill you all.
his associate, Marion Mahoney, built their house next to us. She was the very first certified or licensed or whatever female architect in the country.
Oh, I like this now.
Early
Okay, now we're getting.
1900s.
She was
interesting,
not
too.
the one that ran off with Frank Lloyd.
Correct.
No,
Okay.
no.
Heck no.
She was an
Okay.
associate.
She was the responsible one.
Yes.
Okay, well, go, lady. Yes. So this is, but it's very, it's like a
Yes.
prairie style, right?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, and it has a lot of his features. So his isms.
But
Frank
she
Lloyd
did her
Wright
thing.
ism.
She did her thing.
Yeah, she
Yeah, I mean, so
twisted it for her thing.
1,300 homes, so one of the first historic neighborhoods, right? Designated on the register. So today we've visited the Calder. I kept wanting to say caldera. That's a Southwestern thing stuck in my brain. But this is, well, the sculpture is not called this, but it's at the Caldera Plaza. And there's this giant sculpture, and it turns out to be the very first public art funding from the National Endowment of Arts. When it was just starting, it was the very first piece of public art that was paid for or commissioned through them in the country. So you got some firsts over here. When you emailed me, I didn't realize how much was going on here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Ruth.
I think you're learning a lot and teaching us as well, because we don't know all the ins and outs of that
Yes,
either.
crazy.
But I know we have a Calder, and it's
Calder.
very cool.
I can't
And it's
pronounce that.
red
You-
and
you
big.
Go
and
ahead.
looks like a giant spider.
Yeah, so I looked it up. So the actual name is La Grande Vitesse for Grand River, I'm guessing.
Well,
So there you go.
I know that several people submitted designs.
Okay.
And that one was chosen because they thought it signified and looked like our city with the river running through it.
Oh, it's French for the great swiftness
because the river is
because of the river.
And the little
that were like,
how
wow.
it
Yes.
runs through. We went to the fish ladder sculpture
Fish
today,
ladder sculpture.
and that's a trippy thing.
That's a cool thing.
This is how funny it is, because we had no idea. We just were like, park. There's a park on the river. Let's go, right? And don't tell anyone, because it might be closed. And we went anyway.
Yeah, we found
Just-
a way in.
Yeah, we just kind of, the car will fit. Anyway, behind that. But we were not the only ones, so we can
No.
all go to
We
jail.
thought
But
if they did it, we could do
I
it.
know.
Sure,
Right.
good
You
for
know,
you.
yeah, crime
it.
goes in groups, okay?
Yep.
But so I'm photographing the sign talking about it was done in the 60s, I think 67, and they're talking about the sculpture, and it was like this, epic, unique architectural thing. And I'm going, Nancy, someone stole the sculpture. Where's the sculpture? Well, you're used to a
Right.
sculpture, right?
Right.
And it turns out this whole architectural design with like a waterfall, like rapids in the middle of it, and you walk around, and that is like a whole, I've never seen it and like anything like it, but then the rapids go from within this building
Little
kind of
shaky
thing out into the water in one line. That's some craziness. I've never seen anything like that. Have you?
No.
It's really unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Didn't
a
they
big
used
river.
to fish for salmon in there?
Still do.
A lot. They still do.
Still do.
Yeah.
Yes, when they run.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the rapids are interesting because that's man-made, how they do the rapids all in one line.
Yes,
used to
years
be
ago
worse.
that was
Okay.
just typical rapids and rivers with rocks, but years ago cleaned a lot of that out to better manage the
Okay.
river and flooding.
Okay.
There were
I
some
see.
pretty massive floods early in Grand Rapids history. So they built walls along the river and took a lot of those rapids out to make the waterfalls.
So do boats go down there or anything like that ever? Because it looks to me like you get...
There's a lot of boats on the river, but they won't go over the falls.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was
The
wondering. I'm
falls
like,
aren't real big, but
No, but
they
Yeah.
still.
There used to be, I don't know if they still have it, but there used to be a dinner boat
oh,
just south of the falls.
I like this.
And you get on, you'd have a really nice dinner as it floated down the river and came
Well,
back.
that's nice.
Oh, I'm into that.
Yes. I'm not sure if they're still up and running.
No.
Well, I know who could cater it.
Yes, we're just saying.
I'm just saying because she's got nothing else to do, right?
Yeah, right.
Nothing else to do. But so the public art, there were sculptures, the electrical boxes were painted, a lot of sculptures dedicated to women in history. Rosa Parks, Anita Davis, Angela Davis. Ooh, big difference.
Yes.
Angela Davis. It was really quite amazing. The downtown and the architecture of the downtown buildings. You've got a blend of really historic and then, that
New.
contemporary as well.
Right.
And right now, a lot of construction. So during COVID time, they're making they're doing a big betterment project, which is exciting for you
Yes,
guys.
it is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Grand Rapids has always been a very growing community in downtown. There's always construction. There's always a new building, a new tower, a new
Idea.
yeah. It's been in a growth spurt for a long
It
time.
feels like a very youthful, energetic. I would say
Like a
casual,
university
yeah, like a
town.
university
Yeah, it's got
town,
that kind
but
of vibe.
creative, like smart, creative, and good food.
Yes.
Again,
We have a lot of variety of food downtown.
Just within walking distance
Right,
of here. Last
right.
night we arrived here, checked in, and we're like, whoa, when you talk about like a mansion, this is a mansion. And we went walking downtown, and you're like, no, it'll just take you, a few minutes to go downtown, really. And the restaurants were busy, socially distanced. People are separated out,
Outside.
masked, all
Yes, all sitting
outside
outside,
with
which I love
music.
that.
And it was just like this festive little party town in a historic community, very young. We ended up at Royals, which I believe is pretty new.
Yes, it is new.
And Nancy had she had her patty melt.
Yes.
She was very happy about that.
And it was really good.
And I thought this was only going to happen in Wisconsin, so I'm still like curious about what's going on with Michigan. I had chicken parmesan sandwich with cheese curds on top with melted cheese over it. I'm just saying.
Wow, we need to put a stop to that.
No, but I mean, because cheese curds, I've never had cheese curds like.
Outside of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
No, I've not been to Wisconsin, so I'm like,
Oh.
dude, we're from the Southwest. There ain't no cheese curds.
No.
Heck no, unless someone made them specially just a unique feature, and I'm like, dude, there's cheese curds. I'm having them because I'm up here, but I know this is on the other side of the border. But I'm just saying, if you like cheese and chicken and all in one big melted.
See, Royals is so new, we haven't even tried that out.
Oh, you must go.
Oh,
and you
it's
must
really
have the
good.
cheese
It's
curds
really
on the
good.
chicken parmesan. I'm telling
That
you.
sounds really good.
And the
'Cause I'm a cheese
best
fanatic.
hamburger in town is across the street.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, it is an amazing. It's a Euro burger,
Yes.
Oh.
At
Oh.
Zivio, and it's beef and
Good
lamb and tzatziki
Wow.
sauce.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, it's
Wow.
unbelievable.
Now, what's going on at the Donkey?
The Donkey. That's just a fun traditional Mexican restaurant. And he is always busy.
There's no
Everybody-
sign. You're
No,
right.
There's no sign because someone a long time ago asked him, it's like, hey, why don't you put a sign up so that people will know, where you are? And he's like, well, look around. And it was packed.
Yeah, we had to.
And
It
he's
would
like,
be a wait. A
we're,
wait was
we're
like
always
an hour
packed.
and a half.
Why do
Yeah,
I need
like,
a
no.
sign? Everybody knows, and they know how to get here, and they know who I am. So I don't need a sign. So he's never
well,
put
he's
up a
right.
sign.
He was packed.
He was packed, and there was a bakery across there that does pizza, and I'm like eyeballing that pizza.
Yes, Wealthy Street Bakery, and they have baked goods, a lot of yummy stuff, good luncheon place.
See, tomorrow, I'm very excited, Nancy.
Yes.
Tomorrow we're going to the gardens.
Frederick Meyer Gardens.
Thank you for
So
pronouncing
many-
that for me.
Yes. So many people come here to stay because they want to go to the gardens. Because I can't remember how many acres there are. Do you
It's
remember?
big. It's big.
Very,
and it's
very
one of
big.
the top 100 art museums in the world. Most visited, and one of the top museums. Art is one of the top destinations. And they have the sculpture park is huge. They got Picasso in there.
Yep.
I mean, I can't wait. I'm just I cannot
The
wait.
horse.
And yes, and then they have like an area for kids
Yes.
as well. Like they have the Great Lakes like a area, and then the storytelling village area,
Nice.
and then all the
It's
gardens.
huge. All the gardens.
Japanese gardens, I
Yes,
think.
Yes.
yes, Japanese gardens, and you can take a tram, and that takes you all over. And they have like a farm area.
Oh, Nancy, we can drop you off at the farm.
Good. Yay.
So yeah, I mean this.
It's really big.
It's one of the top gardens. Like everything I'm reading is like one of the top for art, one of the top for gardens, one of the top for this, and I'm like, okay, the accolades are just stacked.
In March, April, they have the butterflies where they let those out.
There's a huge greenhouse.
Yes.
And it's just loaded with with and you come in
wow.
and you sometimes they'll land on you.
Oh, cool.
Well, it's like
It's a
your
really cool thing.
Or today,
watching your
garden
butterflies out
this
here.
afternoon. We came out for a little break and a little glass of wine. Don't tell
Don't
anyone.
tell anyone.
Well, we just wanted to just kind of like have this garden moment of zen because you have a garden of zen here, you know. And the butterflies were coming in. The swallowtails are like, "Here, look at me. I'm going to land with this flower, so you can film me." And as they land, I go to film, and they go, "Ha ha ha ha." No, we did actually get some great footage of them. But your garden is magical. Is this something you've always done?
Well, yes.
You kind of grew up with flowers.
I did. My mom loved flowers and always had a huge, garden of flowers, and just a ton of flowers. And so I was always helping her plant, and she showed me how to plant them and pick them and weed them and manipulate
Deadhead
them,
them.
deadhead them.
There you go.
Yes, couldn't think of that word. And how to structure them in the garden, and so I learned a lot.
It's like a little oasis here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you've got like
We
your
hope
own little
so.
hill, and then the hostas are giant. I've never
know.
seen such big
My God.
hostas.
And
What are you
they're
feeding
blooming
them?
right now.
I
Water
think the 100-year-old soil. might
Yes, they love the
contribute.
soil back
see,
here.
that's also a good thing. New construction always ruins your soil, So you don't have new construction here. So yeah, 100-year-old
that's
soil.
right.
That's a good point.
No, I
Wow.
don't really feed them. They just like it here. We
Wow.
give them water.
Yeah.
What do we
Yeah.
think of
Sometimes coffee grounds, occasionally.
Well, that's good.
Oh, we did that. Yeah.
It wakes
Good.
them up.
Yeah. Gives them a little
Oh, I think
perk.
I'll bloom now.
Yeah. Okay. So, Ken, what is your favorite dish?
it? My favorite dish is what my wife would call a breakfast cookie. And it was meant to be like a side dish. But as rebellious as I am, I would take the cookie and then put a fried egg on top. Oh, and it's just fabulous.
Well, the cookie was, I was practicing and trying to figure out some good vegan, gluten-free options.
Okay.
And so I ran across this superfood cookie. And he just fell in love with them. And then he's like, well, why don't we put a fried egg on top of them? And
And she laughed at me.
I did.
That's Nancy's got. There's a thing about fried eggs on
Yeah.
food. That's I think a French thing. But pizza.
It's a sign of intelligence.
Yes, it is. I
Yes.
totally
Leftover
agree.
pizza is better than the first day pizza. It's just like chili. Leftover pizza, she heats it up and puts a
Put
fried egg on it,
top of it.
just with the
Wow.
oak
It's
running on it.
amazing.
I'm serious, dude.
That doesn't
it's
sound too
good.
bad.
It's not.
good.
It's like have a cold beer in the morning.
It's like, hey, I'm liking this already.
We're not luscious at all, but it's a really good. I mean, that's the breakfast. That's a pizza with egg is magic. But this morning, oh my gosh, who knew like vegetables? I looked at Nancy. I said, "You're eating your vegetables this morning."
Well, I prefer to eat them like that now.
I know. I'm like,
was
okay,
really
I'm
good.
taking
I'm
tips
like-
because she's very bad at eating her fruit and vegetables. But she went to town this morning. Tell everyone about the roses. These,
Oh,
the baked
apple
apple roses. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
those
were fun.
good.
So each apple rose, it looks like a rose, but it's made of really thin apple slices. And of course, you have to throw in your brown sugar and
Cinnamon.
a little bit cinnamon and caramel.
I can
And it
believe
pie
it.
crust.
really, really well with bacon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, sweet and salty.
Everything goes
Yes,
well with bacon.
everything goes
Exactly.
well with
Nancy.
bacon. But I did
Especially
throw a
in
little bit of
pizza.
brown sugar on the bacon
Yes.
too.
Pizza and bacon with
Ooh,
olives,
yes.
mushrooms,
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that's
and
really
then
good
fried
too.
egg on top.
Oh, see,
Okay.
now that's a breakfast.
Now the entree
that's a good one.
were these wraps, the tortillas with
Right.
roast.
Oh, that was
There was a
yummy.
ton of vegetables.
Oh
in
my
there.
gosh! And chicken sausage.
Yes, chicken sausage.
Was
Just
really
dice
good.
that up really well.
Oh, and fresh avocado and pico
Yeah.
de gallo and salsa and oh my gosh!
See, that's the way you eat vegetables.
You wrap them in a tortilla, soak them in egg overnight,
yeah.
bake them, and then yes.
Smother them with cheese.
I had no idea. I
It
was like,
doesn't hurt at all.
so what's for breakfast tomorrow?
We're going to have an omelet roll up.
Oh, there you go, Nancy.
Cool.
One of her favorites.
Does still have vegetables in it,
Oh, good.
so it'll be fun.
Don't tell her.
No,
You'll have
Well,
to
well,
eat
I'm
it.
not afraid now.
Okay,
No, she's got it going. She's
I
got
can
it
hide
going.
them well.
Yeah, I don't.
So take your perfect day off because I know it never happens for you guys. But a day off in Grand Rapids, pick a season, and what would you do? Because you got 4 seasons here, real 4 seasons.
Definitely 4 seasons. Believe it or not, in the wintertime, a perfect wintertime day would be with a snowblower.
That's for him, not for me.
And
Well, you're
there's
lucky.
just
I am.
the sense of power behind this machine, just throwing snow 15 feet.
Men with toys.
Just,
Yes, that's
I don't
Boys
know,
with toys,
it's
men
just
with toys.
magical.
He would
And
do
then
the whole
afterwards he
neighborhood
gets
though.
pizza and his biscuit.
wow.
So you like to play. Like, how much snow do you get here?
I think Grand Rapids averages 80 inches a season, which to my liking is not enougher
you like
to the
snow.
lake, closer to the lake, There'll be 100, 120 inches in a season. Holland, Muskegon, and along the lake shore.
That's a lot.
Northern Michigan and the UP, there's areas that would average 300
Wow.
inches of snow.
So when people come here, like visitors, is there stuff for them to do in the snow, or do they just
Oh,
kind of
yes.
get cozy?
Yeah, we have.
I mean, roads open, because we talk about snow. Like for me, I'm like, do I need chains? Do I need a 4-wheel drive?
it's not that bad.
Okay.
No, 4-wheel drive could be helpful because it can
Yeah,
get
like
icy.
a 4-wheel,
Yes.
all-wheel drive. Yeah.
But we have ski places, and we have hiking trails, which you can still do, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, ice skating. There's free ice skating down in Rosa Parks Circle,
wow.
which
They
is really
flood
cool.
Rosa Park Circle with water, and it freezes up, and there's ice skating downtown.
Really,
That's just
that's
really
magical.
cool.
That's magical.
That
Oh
is
wow,
very cool.
So I've seen photos of lakes frozen with like.
Oh, yes.
Does that happen in the river? Do you get like where the
Not
little-
on the river so much.
We will get Lake Michigan along the shore. You get what's called ice dunes
Don't want to walk on them
because you can die.
Oh,
But it does. It looks like the desert with just rolling hills, and it's all ice. And if you walk on them, a lot of times they'll support your weight, but you could be over the lake in 10, 20 feet of water and not know it. And if you were to fall through, they will not find you until spring.
because they won't hear you.
So,
they can be dangerous.
but they
think
can
they're
be
beautiful.
extremely beautiful.
Yes.
Oh,
they
wow.
are very beautiful.
so no wonder Al Capone hung out around here. It's like take someone to the
Take a
frozen
body
lake.
out there.
There you go.
well, his is the winter, but mine is the fall. I
Okay.
love the fall
Okay.
because I love the rustling of the leaves. I love going for a walk in the woods, and we have a lot of trails
Okay.
that are close by within 15, 20 minutes that you can just walk. And then you can come back here and put a fire in the fireplace and drink some hot chocolate. Yes.
Glass of wine.
Oh yeah, wine.
Glass of wine.
Or mulled wine, mulled cider. Now your
That's really good.
snack bar.
Yes.
Now you are serious.
We have a serious snack bar.
This seriously, everybody, take a listen to this. There's a snack bar with tables overlooking the garden, coffee and hot chocolate,
About
hot water.
20 different kinds of tea.
everything, yogi tea,
Hot cider, yeah.
But you,
Cereal.
next to the hot chocolate, you have marshmallows to put in your hot chocolate.
Yes. Yes. Marshmallows are very important.
Yeah, they are.
And then you have like a little refrigerator with drinks and sodas and everything. And then there's baked goodies everywhere. See, we were naughty. We had our little glass of wine, and then we went, there's orange cake. The orange one.
I wonder how this will go with wine.
Listen,
Very well, I'm sure.
Oh, we were quite happy. I mean, so you have baked goodies everywhere. I mean, you even have bagels and bread. I mean, the snack, you're not going to go hungry here.
That's our goal. Yes, that's our goal.
Wow.
And I love to bake, and I love it when it's gone because then I get to make something new.
Oh, well, we can help you with that.
Okay, thank you. I would really appreciate it.
Wow, because that's it. She just wants to keep cooking.
Yeah.
So, back to winter. We were talking about winter.
Okay, what are you going to eat?
Before we were talking about fall. Ice fishing is also a lot of fun, but we had
yes.
a couple that comes every year, every other year, from Florida. And they don't get winter in Florida,
No.
but they love
This is
to come up in
backwards.
the winter.
See, everybody else
For
goes too far.
almost a week, they'll stay. And this past year, they made a huge snowman. And they just thought
They
it
had
was
a blast.
the greatest thing in the world.
Yes, we took a picture and we posted it. It's like our guests from Florida. They made a snowman.
Did they bring a pink flamingo to put it in?
Well, when they listen to this, they
I
will
think it would be
might. They
cool.
might.
I think the pink flamingo needs to go everywhere. We saw one in the Salton Sea and
Oh, that
in
was
in
so
Southern
funny.
California. But it was a fake one, right? Someone had planted there, and
It's
here's
so
all the birds,
funny.
and the birders are out. And I put it up on Instagram back when I had my personal day page before they disabled me. But I put a photo of it up, and I cannot tell you how many people thought it was a real flamingo. And they're like, I didn't know they came out there. And I'm like, dude, come, this is a fake flamingo. So the pink flamingo is a big deal.
Yes.
And I think if anyone makes a snowman out here again, they need to put the pink flamingo
I
in.
think that's
We
a great
will mention
idea.
it.
Yes.
We will mention it.
Yeah.
You could do like Santa's sleigh with flamingos instead of reindeer.
Snow is fun.
Great. Yes.
What is spring like?
Spring can be
Wet.
wet, and it can be pretty, and it can be ugly.
Oh,
So it goes both ways.
It's the fluctuating one.
Yes, it is. But
it
I
will
like
snow
it.
into March.
It will.
Sometimes April.
Sometimes.
Oh,
And sometimes
wow.
we'll get ice storms, and the ice storms can be beautiful because you look out your window and everything's glistening. But then it'll all melt.
Melt and get brown.
But
and
I love
everything.
it the first day that you can go outside and without a jacket on. You know, up here in Michigan, if it turns 40, we're like, yay. We can go outside without a jacket on.
I don't know.
I can't even imagine.
I don't know if I could do that. Like
we,
I
we
could
get
for a
excited
temp- yeah.
after the winter.
See, I'm like
It's
that.
like breakout.
To me, where we it was like 70, 80 degrees, and I'm like, it's cold.
Yeah.
It's like it's cold. Well, you know, we're desert people now, but now our body doesn't know what to do. But that day where you do get that, oh, I can just have a short sleeved shirt on and you can be in the sunshine, you want to go
Yeah.
jumping around, full of the
Sure.
joys of spring, you know?
But
Oh,
it's fun. It's fun watching things come back to life.
Yeah.
That's the pretty part.
So what do you both enjoy about having a B&B and running this? Running the
We-
mansion.
We love meeting people from all over the place.
All over the world.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
We have met people from New Zealand, from Australia, from Alaska, from all over Europe.
Europe.
Wow, how cool.
Can I tell you a great story?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this couple was from New Zealand. They came to the United States. They travel all over the world. Came to the United States, and they ended up here. And they were sitting right over here at this table.
Where the butterfly
in
is
the
teasing
evening.
me again. Yes.
And we
We
were
were
all sitting around
chit-chatting
the
with
table,
them.
just chit-chatting, telling us about Hobbiton and where they
Oh, yeah.
filmed. And then his wife started to rub her eyes and kind of blink and looking around. And we said, "Are you okay?" And she goes, I'm seeing these like spots, these lights in my eye. And I said, "Well, could it be the lightning bugs?" And she went, "Oh, lightning bugs."
Yeah, no. You have them
They
here?
have never seen them.
Well, we
We've just
in
saw
their
them.
life.
We just saw them too.
The first time we saw him was
in Kentucky last year.
Oh,
One
we
little
don't have
one.
them out west.
And it was at the end of the season, and then we saw some at Tiffany's Bed and Breakfast, also part of the StilI INN Business campaign that you guys are part of. How we connected. Thank you, Maria.
Yes.
Tiffany's Bed and Breakfast in Arkansas. We're sitting there. There's barred owls, and they're teaching their baby how to, eat and fly and do all this and hunt. And then there's these like fireflies, and I've never
Yes.
seen them. I'm
Wow.
like,
Yeah.
you neither, right? It was
No,
like
that's totally new.
it's magic.
We grew up
Yes.
with them, so we're so used to them.
No, it's a
But
big
they
deal.
are beautiful.
And they don't have them in New Zealand. So it was
Yeah.
quite the thing. He got out his phone and was videotaping this.
Oh, I would.
That, yeah.
Send them with
It's,
friends.
yeah,
it's
it's crazy.
because when you don't see it, it's like, how does this? It's like a whole new
does it
thing.
work?
It does feel very fairy-like.
But you know what
and
they have in
magical.
their area? They have glowworms. In the Waitomo caves, there's these caves. I know because
my
Debbie
goodness.
Debbie Stone, one of the travel writers in her magazine, she just did a whole South Island experience before COVID, and she went to Hobbiton. We did a whole story on Hobbiton in the magazine, and then right now in this issue is the Waitomo glowworm caves, and they're not really worms, but they're in these underground caves, and you get taken in on a guided tour. They're not worms, they're maggots, and they're secreting this stuff. And it's super cool. No, it's cool.
Oh,
But come
wow.
on, worms and bugs are like total sci-fi coolness,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But they're like these golden strands of
That's pretty cool.
maggot stuff.
Maggot stuff.
I would like to see that.
I'll show it to
I don't
you.
want it crawling on me, but I'd like to see it.
But it's
I
like
wanna
curtains
touch it,
of,
but-
of worms or maggots. No, it's cool. And they said they call it glowworms because people wouldn't come if it was maggots.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That
I
I
makes
can
sense.
remember as a little boy, I would catch lightning bugs, fireflies, and write my name with it. So it would glow for a little bit.
That's a guy thing.
It's a guy thing.
Wow.
I would give my kids a little jar, and they would go out and collect them, and then they would have this little lantern with glowworms.
I
with
thought you were
glow
going to say you're
bugs.
going to eat them.
No,
I ate bugs and
no.
as
I
kids,
won't eat a
we
bug.
ate we had flying ants, so they're termites. And so when the rains came, and it was South Africa and Kenya, same thing. But as kids, when the rains came, we caught them. Sorry, this is cruel, but we pulled their wings off and fry them
that's
up,
really
and they do
mean.
not taste like chicken. It's more like peanut butter.
Oh, my goodness.
So where did this conversation go?
It went south.
I know, it did. But there's beautiful butterflies here. Do not pull their wings off. Do not rub on them.
Correct.
Just enjoy them with a glass of wine out on the patio with all these umbrellas. This is, to be outside here is just magic. It's magic. And so you could come here, park your car, and just explore the neighborhood, go downtown within, minutes, eat, drink, shop.
Right.
Look at all
Walk
those
around.
houses.
We have so many buildings that have murals on them and artwork and art pieces, and there's structures all over the place. So it's a lot of fun just walking around downtown.
You hear that helicopter? It's time for us to go, Nancy.
That was clever.
I know. I'm just like, it's coming to pick us up.
Like, why? What did
It's
you
time.
now?
It's because it's wine time. It's our wine delivery. No,
good.
I know.
Some wine.
I know. But thank you so much for putting up with us and feeding us. And no,
it's my pleasure.
such a wonderful, wonderful stay. You guys are awesome. So many
Thank
years
you
of
very
success here. I think a lot of people are going to have a blast over the years here.
Yes.
So see, if we didn't do this, we wouldn't get to meet really cool people like you guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are really cool.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing. I have to say, this year, traveling and meeting all these innkeepers,
It's really fun.
It has, and I know we've said this a lot on the shows, but bed and breakfasts have changed. It is very, the inns are different, spacious, and there's just a different positive, good energy. Not that there was anything wrong with the bed and breakfast before. It is just a different energy that is out there now, more contemporary, yet at the same time, look how historic, the inn is. The Leonard-at-Logan, and I didn't want to forget this. We got to talk about Mr. Leonard. The refrigerator man.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the refrigerator man, the Leonard family, 1800s, early 1900s, owned the Leonard Refrigerator Company. What we would call ice boxes.
Yeah.
They're called refrigerators. And their claim to fame was that they were the first refrigerator manufacturer that lined the inside with something that was cleanable.
Well, that came
Like
to
a
be.
porcelain.
Yes.
And it
because-
became the Leonard Cleanable Refrigerator, which then was new innovation,
That's
Right.
huge.
and then just sold like wild.
Well, yeah, because can you
And that's
imagine
how he funded
a
his
refrigerator
house.
that you couldn't clean?
No,
That
and
could
that's
be
exactly
kinda-
Yes.
what led him to that,
Yeah.
because he was helping one of his staff try to clean lard that had spilled in the icebox. And he's like, this is impossible. So then that idea was born. He's
Oh,
like,
wow.
we
That's
need
cool.
to make it cleanable somehow. So
Good
they
for
figured
him.
out how to line it up.
I love
That's
that.
how we-
That's a huge deal. I mean, when you think about being on the
Yeah.
inside and, so now are you going to change your refrigerator and use the antique ones that you have?
I've been asked that several times.
Yeah.
I don't think it would work
No,
so
it's
well.
just not going to happen this day. You want ones that go beep, 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 right? Ding, 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 because you got a lot
My
of ding,
door
ding, dings
okay.
these days. The other thing that's interesting, because you can see those inside the house here.
Yes.
But you also have a giant sock monkey. And Priscilla,
Yes.
our little pink sock monkey, she's got quite a crush on,
yes,
on
she
Big
does.
John.
Oh,
He
that's
really does.
nice.
He has been waiting for a friend.
Yeah.
He's got
really
one.
has.
He did kind of just ignore her and play a little hard to get this morning. So I don't know. We might have to set him up with a little, little wine time kind
Yes.
of. We might have to have them have a tea party out here, but I know she likes wine. What do you think he drinks?
I think he would do wine.
I think he would. He's probably a beer guy,
Maybe
but
he's a
he'll
beer
do
guy.
wine.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I have a good bottle of beer he could have.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. We'll
Yeah.
set him up out here.
Or
Well, that's
kombucha.
funny.
He might like kombucha.
He might like kombucha.
Well, it's fermented.
He might.
Yes, it is fermented.
He looked pretty sleepy.
Yeah, maybe we just woke him up too early. That could be what it is. And he was playing, I just think he was playing hard to get with Miss Priscilla because he knows she's been around.
Well, she's pretty pushy.
So he
too.
might be a little like, I don't know.
She's pushy.
I don't know about you. So you can come visit Big John here.
Yes.
What was the year the house was built?
The house was built in 1914.
Okay.
So it's
Wow.
106 years old.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. And it's been renovated. Yet the
Renovated.
bones are here. A lot of the
Yes.
everything is here.
Yes.
Even the
The
exterior.
outside is the original
Yes,
outside.
the outside has not been touched in 106 years. And when our partners originally purchased this because it's a National Historic District, everything you do on the outside needs to be okayed.
Yeah. Sure.
And they requested they not paint, so the natural blackened patina
It's
that's
just time.
Yeah.
on the wall has just happened over time, so they did not want it to be painted. So that's original.
That's kind of cool.
It is cool.
I think it's very cool.
Tell everybody your website.
Our website, the Leonard-at-Logan.com.
I'm so used to going to it now too. We're both like, what website? And you're also on Instagram and Facebook
Yes.
for everyone.
Yes, we are.
Yes, go,
Yes, we
go
are.
especially on Instagram. They've got food photos up there. Go check it
Yeah,
out.
we do.
And soon we'll have your videos for everyone to see how you cook. Because
Cool.
I'm telling you, fly here just for that.
Good.
There's lots of other things you can do too.
Absolutely,
which is
there's
a lot of fun.
there's a lot, and they say experience Grand Rapids here, and I love that they're using that word because a lot of it's visit, which is nothing wrong with that, but experience, and I think that's what this area is all about: is true experiences. It's not a just flash in the pan thing. So, everyone,
Nice.
come out here. Thanks so much.
Yes,
Thank
you're welcome.
you.
Thank you.